Good evening, ladies and gents, and welcome back to the Brain Dead Breakdown. And we got a Actman video. He's uploaded a Payday 3 video, and as someone who's never played a Payday game and has just been gifted Payday 3 by his friend, I'm very interested in a video titled Payday 3 is a Certified Banger. Now, I love first-person shooters and I love co-op games, so I have always been interested in Payday. It's just that no one in my friend group has ever suggested to play it, so we haven't. But now that the new one's out, my friend Noah suggested it, gifted it to me. We had one game earlier today before he had to go to bed, unfortunately. We're going to play it more tomorrow, so I'm very interested. And I love the Actman's content. It's always good. He's a very entertaining gent. So let's see what he has to say on Payday 3. Other than, what's up? It's the Actman here, and the usual, you know?
What's up, everybody? This is the Clown Man here. But it doesn't matter who I am. What matters is my plan. Nobody cared who I was until I put on the act.
Ladies and jesters, today we're talking about Payday 3. Should you buy it? Should you play it? What is Payday 3? Who's the greatest clown of all time, and why is it you? Tough questions require tough answers. I was invited by...
I feel like I should go and put on some clown makeup now, because he's man don't even know me, and he's called me out straight away. But anyway, let's carry on. Good burn, sir. Good burn.
And why is it you? Tough questions require tough answers. I was invited by the Payday 3 developer Starbreeze to go out to New York and take part in one of the coolest pre-release gaming events I've ever been to. I mean, it's only the second pre-release event I've ever been to, but it's gonna be hard to beat. They brought me and a bunch of other content creators to a real bank in New York, and then they all held us hostage in a mock robbery, and that was just awesome. Amazing performance. So I met up with some really cool content creators. I asked one of them if he wanted to play a robbery game. He said yes. We had a grand old time. And
that was Other Joe. He met Other Joe. He met up with Other Joe. That's Other Joe from the Angry Joe show. Damn, either he's really short or the Actman's really tall. Like, holy shit.
One of them if he wanted to play a robbery game. He said yes. We had a grand old time. Then we had 2 hours to play Payday 3 and a new heist that wasn't available in the most recent beta. So consider this a first impressions video from someone who went into this completely blind, having never played Payday before. I gotta tell you, I'm infatuated. I think I'm falling for Krusty the Clown.
It's a camera. I see a camera. The camera. I see a camera.
Watch the camera. Follow me, gentlemen. Check this out. I'm about to get this camera done. You ready for this? 360.
Camera.
God damn it. It was the worst 360 ever. Payday 3 is a game where you and 3 buddies reenact the opening scene of The Dark Knight.
You have any idea who you're stealing from? You and your friends are dead!
A fantastic concept for a video game, especially if you enjoy griefing your friends and ruining their day. Can we take the masks off? Oh god, this is a grenade. How do I put it away? Oh my god. The goal being to rob each bank or warehouse location in the...
I already know that's going to happen to me and my friends. I can already tell you that's going to happen to me and my friends when we play this game based on earlier on today. The one game me and Noah had, and I had no idea what was happening, and then all of a sudden one of the randoms we were with just alerted everyone, and there were all these red markers, and I was just like, dude, what the fuck is happening? I was just, you know, yeah. So yeah, there's gonna be moments like that with my friends. I can tell already.
The most efficient way possible and escape with the most loot possible. You level up, unlock new weapons and tools, buy better gear, play on higher difficulties for better rewards. You know the drill. Vermintide 2 has items that make your run through the level harder, like tomes and grimoire, but give bonuses if you complete the run. Payday 3 has a similar mechanic that I really like, except it's, you know, loot and bags of money. The more loot you escape with, the better your rewards are. And I typically fucking love co-op games, especially ones with RPG mechanics. Hell, even just a game that focuses solely on 4-player co-op and not PvP, like that's a rarity these days. This is one of those games that you and the boys will sit down and play all night, then do it again the next day. But I also love that this game has a really well thought out progression system. It sure is crazy for a first-person shooter to launch with one of those, isn't it? There's tons of different skills you can unlock and customize. Some focus on making you tanky, others...
Man, Halo, like, I'm sorry, but Halo Infinite was such a fucking disappointment. And I get that, like my friend Craig, likes it and enjoys it because he can play it with his son. And his son's enjoying it. Good for him. And, you know, but it was very disappointing. So many broken promises, so much just undelivered. There's so much potential. Oh man, yeah, sorry. Halo Infinite.
Different skills you can unlock and customize. Some focus on making you tanky, others allow you to hack better or focus on close quarters combat. There's a bunch of different roles to play as and 105 skills to choose from. So it's not a simple like, okay, let's go in, shoot everybody, get the loot, get out. Like, you can play that way, but that's not the only way to play. And combined with the wide variety of weapons, attachments, equipment, there's countless builds to make and try out. And it's cool to unlock new skills in a line. You simply equip the base skill and then you earn XP for that line of skills. I think that's a neat system. So you could focus on a support role that heals your teammates, provides ammo and armor, or become an engineer that sets up turrets and establishes a perimeter of defense. Even become an infiltrator with a knack for lockpicking and throwing knives. It's entirely possible to get through the heists without triggering combat, which I think is really cool. During these heists, you have plenty of options to sneak in or simply...
Earlier when we were playing our game, my friend Oscar was watching us. He was watching me and Noah play the one game. And he said it's kind of like if Hitman was a co-op game. You know, like Hitman was a co-op game, and looking at it like that you can do the whole thing stealth, and that's kind of a good way to look at it. Like, and I think this is going to be so good. I think if more of my friends get this, once we play it a bit more and get more used to the game, we're going to want to do the perfect runs, you know, like get in and out without being spotted. I mean, like the one we had today was a complete clusterfuck. We got out with the money, but like it could have been better. It could have been better, to say the least, you know, like, but I'm looking forward to getting good at the game, trying some of the stealth runs. I think they'll be quite interesting.
I think is really cool. During these heists, you have plenty of options to sneak in or simply go in guns a-blazing and light up anything that moves. I prefer this method because it means the badass soundtrack kicks in sooner. I haven't had this much fun killing cops since San Andreas.
I thought my jokes were bad.
Now, since co-op is the main focus, you can link up with randoms and in fact make new friendships, but you could also play with someone who's a complete goober and has no idea what they're doing. So a game like Payday 3 is better enjoyed with friends and people you know.
I'm just gonna shut the door on. Alright, play gangster.
Whoa, he just morphed through, god damn it. So if you like cooperative gameplay and teamwork, Payday 3 is gonna be right up your alley. You're encouraged to coordinate your builds with your teammates to cover potential weaknesses. That's why everyone's inventory and loadouts are visible in the ready up screen, so you don't all start the match with fucking shotguns and can't take care of the snipers. You can do things like spot guards for your team, set up health packs on the ground, ammo and armor. On normal difficulty, you don't really have to think too much, but once you step it up to hard, like you actually have to start working together. And although it is fun to work together with your friends and succeed, that's not always how friendship works. Nope, these are mine. Nope.
Hey,
No.
Close the door, don't close the door. Stop closing the door.
Wow, no. As a guy with guy friends, I understand sometimes it's more fun to fuck with my friends. Like if your buddy puts down a health pack that has like 4 uses, you can steal all the health for yourself and just be a dick.
I did that to one of my randoms earlier, but it's because I didn't know. I was just like, I was in the heat of the moment. It was the heat of the moment, and it was an ammo pack, not a not a health pack. And he put one down, and I was just like, oh sweet, I'm out of AR ammo, and I picked up 2 lots, and then yeah, that was that. And I can imagine he wasn't too pleased with that, and yeah. But now I learned. Now I know. Now I know that you can be a massive douchebag by doing that.
Dick. Payday 3 is both fun and a make your own fun type of game.
Pay attention to where you're going. Watch the guard. Pay attention to where you're going. Over there. Pay attention to where you're going.
So you could avoid shooting hostages to get a better payout at the end, but I don't know.
There, let me see your hostage.
Okay. Oh my god.
There we go.
Wow.
You'll lose so much money.
Once again, judging by how our ready or not runs went, I can imagine that there are going to be runs like that too. 100%. 100%. Because in ready... right, so I'm going to preface what I'm about to say by saying it was around the time when, well, basically, right, I'm not going to preface anything, you'll understand straight away. So me and my friends would run in as the ready or not people and just, you know, open fire the second that anyone twitched and just be like, American police! That's that we were particularly careful of minorities, you know. We were role-playing American police officers, you know. We were just playing the character. Yeah, so, and from what I've seen on Twitch, actually, that's not an uncommon thing to do in Ready or Not. But needless to say, I could see all of us, me and my friends in this game, having runs like that, where we just open fire on everyone. Like, Oscar literally made it his mission in Hitman 3 to see if he could kill every NPC in the level. And he did. Or did he? I think he either did or got like halfway through and then decided, I give up though. Because it took so, I can't remember. I'm going to have to ask him. But anyway, back to the video.
Now, obviously, playing through these levels would get stale at a certain point if every match played out the exact same way. You'd get to memorize it and just perfect it in a way that kind of robs the thrill. So games like this really benefit from that Left 4 Dead style of director who is throwing in random events and enemies to spice up each match. To my knowledge, Payday 3 kind of has this, but it depends on difficulty. So some events only occur on the higher difficulties, while it's a bit more relaxed on normal. The higher you go up the tiers, the more accurate police will be, for example, the more aggressive and numerous. And this is a great way to make heists more replayable. Some cameras might be indestructible,
good to know. Very
or
good.
Guards might appear in places they don't normally. So you'll need to adapt when the game throws a monkey wrench in your plans. Sometimes the getaway van pulls in really close to you, and other times he's a fucking jackass and parks on the other side of the street. Every now and then you can run into fucking ninjas. What?
Oh god, that's a ninja. That's a ninja.
Ninjas that incapacitate you like the Hunter and Smoker. And other times you can...
Sam Fisher? Fucking Sam Fisher showed up in this game? What the fuck? Splinter Cell crossover, yo. That's fucking... That's gonna be... Oh, I can't... There's gonna be so many dumb moments with my friends in this game. It's gonna be so fucking good.
Can encounter Officer Big Dick with his ultra thick juggernaut armor. Now, even if you fail the heist, you still earn a respectable amount of XP, so that time doesn't feel wasted. Teammates can go down, get arrested, but you can trade hostages to save your teammates, to actually revive them. There's so many cool mechanics like this. Hostages are basically like bargaining chips, like they are in real life. You can also release hostages to delay the police assault in between the different phases. Speaking of phases, that's how the game operates. You've got like the stealth portion at the start, then there's the negotiation phase, anticipation is the calm before the storm, the objective phase is when you start, you know, doing objectives, and then there's a point of no return where the cops will not stop spawning. So like I said, it encourages you to be efficient. The longer you take, the harder it's gonna be to finish. Once you do go loud, things can get super fucking chaotic as you try to coordinate with your team to stay on track and be efficient. For example, in this heist, you use thermite to break through into the vault, but the cops can turn on the sprinklers to delay that thermite. If you leave too many bags out, if you leave too many bags of money out in the open, eventually the cops will start stealing them back. Take too long and you might get overwhelmed and just have to cut your losses. I also think the way cops spawn in is varied and cool. Like they'll slide out from under this garage door, which looks kind of silly.
I did think that myself earlier on when we played. Like, once again, limited play, gonna play it more. But I thought in the game we had, there were places I was expecting, and you know, oh, they've come from this lift, they've come through this door, and things like that. But then there was just like, you know, them fucking smashing through windows, and as we were going down there, they were coming out of places I weren't expecting, and that was good. You know, it was good. It was variety. I appreciated that.
Really? Whoa, these guys come out from over here or rappel off buildings. They show up in cop cars. I mean, they really thought of everything. Now, on a technical level, Payday 3 is very impressive. The physics are realistic, graphics are incredibly detailed, and I'm a sucker for snazzy reload animations. The build I played at the event was super solid.
Me too.
The beta build that recently came out is older and did have some frustrating technical issues like frame rate drops. I mean, it was kind of a nightmare to get into an actual match with me and 2 other buddies. It took us a while, but once we got it, it worked. But the build I played was newer, so I imagine many of the technical issues I experienced in that latest beta won't be there at launch. This video will go live right around launch, so let me know in the comments if I was right or not. I feel like the ideas and potential for a game like this is endless, because it's not just banks you can rob. There could be things like art galleries with laser tripwires and all that jazz. That might be in the game. I only got to play 2 maps. Or, you know, maybe you're breaking into a museum and you run into Ben Stiller, and instead of fighting cops, you're fighting mammoths and all the other exhibits. Okay, that's a joke idea, but like a crossover with Night at the Museum would actually be pretty cool. I did do a bit of research, and it seems Starbreeze is dedicated to post-launch support. They've been doing that with Payday 2, so I imagine there'll be more heists, characters, cosmetics, weapons, skills, and all that good shit added post-launch. Payday 3 gives that vibe of like a game that you can always go back to and have a blast. Very much like Left 4 Dead 2 or Battlefront 2, Vermintide 2. All the 2 games are really fucking good. It's cool that each heist has unique layouts, set pieces, objectives, and types of security you have to bypass. At times, it feels like you're playing through your own movie. So in the new heist, 99 Boxes, you're like ziplining across shipment crates, infiltrating warehouses, stealing secret weapons and whatnot. And I'm excited to see what other cool scenarios they come up with. Yes, Payday 3 is looking to be a certified banger. And it's also a game that doesn't seem to take itself too seriously, which I think opens the door for all sorts of wacky cosmetics and scenarios. Apparently there's also no cap on the FOV slider, so you can make the game look like this. So now's the part where I talk about the relatively few complaints I have. And again, I preface this by saying I'm new to the series, so, you know, could just be something skill issue. So there's going to be 8 heists available at launch, all based in New York, which now makes a lot more sense why they flew us out there. Payday 2 came out with 12 heists at release, and I wonder if 8 is going to be enough for people. I didn't get tired of the 2 heists I was able to play, but it is something to think about. I also have to wonder if these maps are going to be as replayable, like long-term, as Left 4 Dead 2's maps. Though this might not be a fair comparison, since Payday 3 isn't just a like get to the end of the level type of game. Now, there were times during the heist where I also felt like I didn't really have anything to do but wait. Like I was just watching the timer go down, waiting for the next objective or waiting for cops to attack. But maybe I'm just lazy and want to get to the shooty right away. And sometimes the hardcore music is blaring when there's no action, so I don't want to get tired of the soundtrack because it's too good. When it comes down to it, Payday.
I mean, right, so they're all pretty valid points, you know, like, I mean, you can't blame him. Like, I can't speak to any of them, like I say, yet. But they're valid points from the game I played. It's like fair enough, you know. Like if the soundtrack when it kicked in was very blaring, it was really good. But I hope there's some variety in it. Yeah, fair enough. Let's carry on, you know.
Payday 3 has made a very good first impression on me. As a newcomer to this series, I'm excited to try out the game and play with my buddies and grief the ever-loving shit out of each one of them. You know, I'm a pretty hard nerd to please and somewhat reluctant to step too far out of my gaming comfort zone. But I'd seen a lot of requests from people asking about my thoughts on Payday, and I decided to take this offer, play it early, and let me tell you folks, no regrets. If you're new to this series like me, I'd recommend picking it up. It is $40, so it's also cheaper than a lot of other AAA games. If you do play Payday 3, I think you'll have a great time clowning around with the homies.
I thought my jokes were bad.
But thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, and subscribe to the Act Man for more awesome content. And a big thanks to Starbreeze for letting me play the game early.
We'll leave
all
the
right,
like.
everyone, that's all I got for today. This is
All right, so we'll leave the like. That was a really good video, as always. Actman is entertaining, you know, gives his good takes. Quite often I like his takes because he seems to have similar interests in games to me, and quite often with a lot of the series he talks about, like it's funny, the series that he talks about that he has a lot of experience with, like Halo and Call of Duty, same. But then a lot of the ones he talks about that he doesn't have a lot of experience with, same. So like it's one of those things where his perspective is relevant to someone like me, who is I'm also new to the Payday series. So it's good to hear it from someone who, you know, hasn't got 4,000 hours in Payday 2 and is instantly just like, oh, well, here's what's shit about this one compared to 2, you know, or whatever. And it's like, yeah, I don't really care about the comparison to 2 because I didn't play it. I just want to know, is it a fun game? And so far, from my game, it was. From Actman's video, it also seems like that it is indeed a fun game to play. And I'm going to put some more time into it for sure. And yeah, if you're enjoying Payday, let me know in the comments. Let me know of other things you'd like me to react to. I have been Brain Dead. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.